Hey Lakers fans, welcome back. Today we're diving into some intriguing possibilities for the team as we look ahead to the offseason and the upcoming draft. There's a lot of chatter about potential moves, trades, and how the Lakers could reshape their roster, and I want to break down a scenario that could truly shift the balance of power in the Western Conference. Now, this isn't a certainty, just a conversation, a thought experiment about how the Lakers could leverage their assets to land high-value pieces and set themselves up for long-term success. Let's start by talking about draft picks, specifically the New Orleans Pelicans pick. As it stands, Atlanta currently controls that pick, and it's generating a ton of interest across the league. It's projected to be extremely valuable, potentially even a top selection, given the depth of this draft class. We know teams are jockeying for position, but imagine if the Lakers made a bold move to acquire that pick. The challenge, of course, is figuring out what Atlanta would want in return. It's not like they're going to just hand it over. That's where Austin Reeves comes into play. He's been performing at a level that exceeds expectations, arguably touching all-star caliber with his offensive efficiency, versatility, and overall impact on the floor. If the Lakers are serious about this, offering Reeves along with other assets could be the bargaining chip needed to secure the Pelicans pick. Now, here's where things get really interesting. If the Lakers could land that pick, it puts them in an incredibly strong position to make additional moves. Suddenly, they have leverage over multiple teams because holding that selection means controlling part of the draft narrative. From there, the conversation naturally turns to players like Trey Murphy and Herb Jones. Reports suggest that acquiring them would cost several first-round picks, but think about this strategically. If you hold a potentially top-5 draft pick, you can offset some of that cost. Trading your pick plus some complementary assets could bring both Murphy and Jones into the fold without mortgaging your entire future. This would address roster depth, wing versatility, and secondary playmaking in a way that Austin Reeves alone can't. Consider the dynamics for Atlanta as well. They're likely looking at Trae Young's future and how to build around him or replace him. Austin Reeves could be a compelling option for them, especially paired with players they already have who complement his style. Reeves offers scoring, spacing, and an ability to create off the dribble that meshes with a team aiming to compete immediately. In a scenario where Atlanta is motivated to trade their pick and maximize value for a departing star, the Lakers could step in and engineer a deal that benefits both sides. That pick becomes the centerpiece, the leverage, the tool that unlocks a slew of strategic opportunities. From a Lakers perspective, landing Murphy and Jones would fundamentally upgrade the roster. Their athleticism, defensive versatility, and shooting ability would create a more dynamic starting lineup. Imagine a rotation with Luka Doncic at point, Trey Murphy or Herb Jones on the wings, LeBron James at power forward, and DeAndre Ayton anchor in the paint. You suddenly have a blend of size, skill, and spacing that allows for multiple offensive schemes and defensive matchups. Murphy can operate as a secondary playmaker, complementing Doncic, while Jones can cover multiple positions and provide catch-and-shoot efficiency. Add Ayton as a lob threat and rim protector, and the Lakers could be among the most balanced teams in the league. The beauty of this approach is the flexibility it offers for further moves. Depending on salary cap space and the final composition of the roster, the Lakers could explore adding additional pieces through free agency or smaller trades. Players like Keon Ellis, Tari, or even an experienced wing could slot in seamlessly. The team maintains athleticism, size, and depth, while also improving its defensive and offensive versatility. Financially, Murphy and Jones are cheaper than what Austin Reeves might command in his next contract, so the Lakers retain cap flexibility for other strategic maneuvers. There's also the draft upside to consider. Even if the Lakers ultimately don't execute a trade for Murphy and Jones, having a top pick provides options. They could select a potential superstar who fits alongside Doncic, whether it's someone who can stretch the floor, create off the dribble, or serve as a defensive stopper. The combination of draft flexibility, asset management, and strategic roster moves gives the Lakers a multi-path approach to contending. You're either getting proven talent in the form of Murphy and Jones or a high-upside rookie who could blossom next to your core veterans. And let's not forget, This type of move also creates leverage in potential offseason trades. If Giannis Antetokounmpo or other elite players become available, holding a top draft pick or having versatile wings like Murphy and Jones gives the Lakers multiple avenues to negotiate. They're not locked into one strategy. They can pivot depending on how other teams approach their roster building. That kind of flexibility is priceless in a league where timing, fit, and opportunity are everything. Finally, picture the lineup possibilities. Luka Doncic orchestrating the offense, Murphy or Jones on the wings providing spacing, LeBron James playing power forward, and Ayton controlling the paint. Add secondary scorers and defenders in Marcus Smart-type roles or rotational wings, and the Lakers could field one of the most versatile, athletic, and well-rounded rosters in recent memory. Each player complements the others in ways that maximize strengths and minimize weaknesses, both offensively and defensively. This isn't just about adding talent. It's about constructing a team that can dominate across multiple facets of the game. Picking up where we left off, let's dive deeper into the Lakers' offseason possibilities and how these moves could ripple across the league. Once you secure that Pelicans pick, whether through a trade involving Austin Reeves or other assets, you suddenly have options that many teams would envy. Not only does it give the Lakers the ability to target specific players like Trey Murphy and Herb Jones, but it also positions them to draft someone who can immediately impact the team's trajectory. And in a draft that's considered both deep and loaded with talent, the potential value of that pick can't be overstated. It's a lever for transformation, not just a single addition. If the Lakers pull off a move for Murphy and Jones, the composition of the team changes dramatically. You're looking at a starting lineup that can switch seamlessly on defense while still maintaining offensive firepower. Murphy's secondary playmaking paired with Jones' defensive versatility creates a balance rarely seen in the league. Imagine rotations where either can guard multiple positions without sacrificing spacing, while Doncic orchestrates the offense and LeBron continues to provide leadership and late-game impact. Adding Ayton in the center ensures rim protection, rebounding, and a floor-stretching presence that complements the wings. You now have a team that's difficult to game plan against, versatile enough to adjust on the fly, and still capable of explosive scoring. Financial flexibility is another key advantage. By trading Austin Reeves for a combination of picks and players like Murphy and Jones, the Lakers manage salary commitments in a way that preserves room for future acquisitions. This could allow them to chase other free agents or supplement the roster with veteran wings or guards without jeopardizing long-term stability. It's a strategic balance between immediate competitiveness and maintaining the ability to pivot in subsequent off-seasons. In a league where cap space often dictates what moves a team can make, this kind of maneuvering is crucial for sustained success. Let's consider the broader draft picture as well. Even if the Lakers decide not to pursue Murphy and Jones directly, holding the Pelicans pick, or any top selection, gives them immense leverage. They could draft a high-upside guard, a forward who can stretch the floor, or a defensive anchor to pair alongside their current core. Each of these options allows for experimentation with lineups, both small ball and traditional, giving the coaching staff flexibility to adapt to matchups. It also opens opportunities to balance veteran presence with emerging talent, creating a sustainable model for success over multiple seasons. Looking at potential trades and player fit, teams like Atlanta or Houston could see tremendous value in acquiring Austin Reeves. Both franchises have the supporting cast that can elevate Reeves' game while still contending immediately. Atlanta, in particular, benefits from a player who can provide secondary scoring, spacing, and playmaking in a system that's likely to lose Trae Young. By offering him in a package deal, the Lakers can unlock the Pelicans' pick and then move decisively toward acquiring their preferred targets. It's about maximizing leverage and finding scenarios where every piece benefits both teams. The Lakers' potential lineup flexibility is another angle worth exploring. With Doncic at point, Murphy and Jones on the wings, LeBron at 4, and Ayton at 5, you have multiple combinations for different in-game strategies. If necessary, you can slide Murphy to 4 and Jones to 3 or 2, adjusting to match opponent strengths. This versatility allows the Lakers to play small ball, traditional spacing lineups, or even unique defensive schemes that leverage athletic wings, a floor-spacing big, and a transcendent playmaker in Doncic. The depth also ensures that rotations remain strong even when stars need rest, which is critical over the long grind of an NBA season. Now, imagine supplementing that core with smart additions from the draft or free agency. Adding rotational wings, shooters, or secondary ball handlers enhances depth and gives the coaching staff more tools to create mismatches. Even with limited salary cap space, creative moves like two-way contracts, mid-level exceptions, or strategic signings could allow the Lakers to round out their roster without compromising their top-tier core. Essentially, this creates a team capable of competing at the highest level while maintaining flexibility for future growth. There's also the strategic edge in terms of trade leverage. If other elite players become available in the offseason, whether it's Giannis Antetokounmpo, a star from another conference, or high-value role players, the Lakers can use their top draft pick or their newly acquired assets as bargaining chips. They're not restricted to one path. The team can choose between consolidating proven talent, taking high-upside draft selections, or positioning themselves for major acquisitions. It's about maintaining options while building a sustainable championship-caliber roster. Offensively, the Lakers would have multiple creators who can generate shots for themselves and others. Doncic's vision remains central, but having Murphy and Jones allows secondary scoring options that can reduce pressure on the superstar while still keeping defenses honest. LeBron, when healthy, offers late-game versatility and leadership, while Ayton provides rim protection and spacing to open lanes for drives. The addition of multiple wings also improves spacing for catch-and-shoot scenarios, enabling more efficient ball movement and higher-quality shot opportunities. Defensively, the combination of Jones, Murphy, and potentially other athletic wings creates a unit capable of switching seamlessly, protecting the rim, and contesting shots from perimeter to paint. Ayton anchors the interior, while Doncic and LeBron offer help defense and versatility. This unit could match up against almost any opponent effectively, creating a balance of size, agility, and strategic positioning that few teams can replicate. It's a roster that functions cohesively on both ends of the floor, a key component for deep playoff runs. Finally, consider the long-term upside. By leveraging picks and talent strategically, the Lakers not only improve immediately, but also set themselves up for sustainable success. Acquiring young players like Murphy and Jones, combined with top draft selections, ensures a balance of proven talent and high upside potential. Even if a veteran like LeBron eventually departs, the team retains a foundation capable of contending for years to come. It's about building a competitive team now, while protecting the flexibility to adapt in the future, a balance that has eluded many franchises in the past. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on, whispers have begun to circulate around the league that the Los Angeles Lakers may be positioning themselves for another seismic move, one that could once again reshape the balance of power in the Western Conference. According to growing speculation among executives and insiders, Donovan Mitchell has emerged as a potential new face in purple and gold, a rumor that is gaining traction despite the absence of any official confirmation. Mitchell's name has long been associated with blockbuster conversations, and the idea of him landing in Los Angeles feels almost inevitable to some observers. The Lakers, always aggressive when a star becomes even remotely attainable, are believed to be monitoring the situation closely. Sources suggest that internal discussions have revolved around whether Mitchell's explosive scoring and playoff-tested mentality could be the missing ingredient to elevate the franchise back into true championship contention. What fuels the rumor is not just Mitchell's talent, but the timing. The Lakers are widely seen as a team unwilling to waste the closing chapters of their current competitive window. Adding a dynamic guard capable of creating his own shot, stretching defenses, and carrying an offense for long stretches would dramatically alter their identity. Mitchell, for his part, fits the profile of a player ready for a brighter spotlight and a market that amplifies every performance. Skeptics argue that the financial and asset-related hurdles would be significant, making any deal complex and delicate. Yet complexity has rarely deterred the Lakers. Around the league, rival teams are said to be quietly bracing for the possibility that Los Angeles could once again pull off a move few thought realistic. For now, everything remains in the realm of speculation. There are no press conferences, no official statements, only the steady hum of rumors growing louder by the day. Still, in a league where whispers often precede reality, the notion of Donovan Mitchell wearing a Lakers jersey is no longer dismissed as fantasy. It is, at the very least, a possibility that has captured the imagination of fans and executives alike, and one that could soon redefine the narrative of the season. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.